How to write a persuasive text with Miss Villis. Now, unfortunately, I can't make this video very interesting. It's a matter of following a set structure in order to write a persuasive text. Now, a persuasion is an argument. You are trying to convince the reader of your opinion, of what you believe. Text is a word which refers to a piece of writing. So we are going to write a persuasive text or a piece of writing which presents an argument. At the top, we have the title. You begin your persuasive text with, there are several reasons why people think that, and give the opposing view. For example, if I was doing a persuasive text about should the runt of the bunch be killed, and I think it should not be killed, because who would want to kill a tiny little pig just because it's small? I would say, all right, there are several reasons why people think that the runt of the bunch should be killed. For example, comma, they might feel that they can use the pig for tender bacon. Now, I don't agree with that, but I need to let the reader of my writing, the reader of my text, know that I acknowledge that I know there is an opposing opinion to mine. Now, if the word several is too hard for you to spell, you could also use a few. It means the same thing. However, the next sentence, despite this, you are letting the reader know that even though you acknowledge their point of view, I strongly disagree. I don't just disagree, I strongly disagree. It is wrong. Then you need to say your argument should or shouldn't be a result because, and list your arguments. Your first argument, your second argument, and your third argument. Now, when you are listing your arguments, they only need to be 2 or 3 words. Do not elaborate, do not explain, do not justify these to your reader. Just simply state what your 3 arguments are. Now, if you really struggle and you can't think of 3 arguments, just stick to 2. Your second paragraph, you need to skip a line and love your margin. You restate your opinion. For example, the runt of the bunch shouldn't be killed because, and then explain your argument. Only explain things which relate to your first argument. Then you skip a line, love your margin, and start your third paragraph with in addition. Previously, you would have listed your arguments as firstly, secondly, thirdly. We're using year 3 language here, so instead of writing secondly, we're using the word in addition. That is another idea to add to your argument. And you need to write about your second argument. You finish off this paragraph with a rhetorical question. For example, you wouldn't like to be killed if you were a runt when you were born, would you? Okay, so you need to give a question or write a question which creates a sense of question within the reader. It's called a rhetorical question. In your fourth paragraph, instead of starting with thirdly, you start with furthermore. Furthermore, the runt of the bunch should not be killed because, and you list your third argument. Then you elaborate or you describe your third argument. Now, it's important to remember that when you write your introduction and you list your 3 arguments, that is the order of your 3 paragraphs which follow underneath. And lastly, you begin with, ultimately, I'll start again. Ultimately, we must realize that the runt of the bunch should not be killed. Let all pigs live. Now, if you were not writing about the runt of the bunch, you would not say that. You would say, ultimately, we must realise that, write your position, and then give a final concluding statement.